I've called it a charade. Let me back that up and give a solution. The charade is the process by which the College Board grants some students extra time on high-stakes tests, the SATs being the most prominent example. Who does this charade help? It helps whiny kids. It helps vocal, litigious parents. And it helps students with rich parents. The process is one that is taken advantage of mostly by well-off families. The process involves either A, from a fairly young age, a student who has good teachers, extra special counselors, maybe tutors, who encourage testing and a special education plan for a supposed learning difference. Call it disability if you want, whatever passes muster, so that in school there's an extra plan that then the SAT sees, that's the College Board assessors, and they usually conform to that plan. Now, here's a different way. A student never has that plan set up by school, but via a battery of tests. They're expensive, and they're done generally by neurologists. A student undergoes 1 or 2 days worth of batteries of testing, and then lengthy reports about why the student should be given extended time. Result: students not always are deserving of extra time, but get it nevertheless. So who's hurt by this? Well, it's everyone else. It's a student who is normally sitting down side by side a student who has gamed the system, or their parents have. It's possibly the student who did deserve extra time and didn't get it because they don't know how to game the system. It tends to be done in wealthier communities, okay? In my state, 70% of the students who've been granted extra time come from about 5 of the 160 communities, okay? 70% from these little enclaves. Is it something in the water? I don't think so. Is it something genetic? I don't think so. I think it's gaming the system that the well-off people know how to do and often take advantage of. Even the student who is deserving of extra time and is awarded it, there's a downside to that too. One, it's a tough process to go through. Two, it's stigmatized at least somewhat, okay? On test day, everyone's sitting down for their regular SAT, and then there's a, where's Anthony? Oh, he's testing in that other room. And that's a stigma that could live on well after test day. Now, do colleges even care about the extended time? Some, but not many, okay? Some care. Now, for those colleges that do care, they're almost certain to find out anyway. There are other ways that they can learn from transcript teacher reports about maybe a student who has taken advantage of extra time and might not be a good fit for college admission in a high-pressure cooker school. And by the way, the students themselves probably aren't applying to that school if knowing that dealing in a high-pressure situation for 4 years where the professors in this program aren't giving you extended time, you're likely to fail out or squeak by with D's instead of A's and B's. Who wants to graduate with D's on their record, even if it's from a prestigious school? Go for a less prestigious school where you can nail those A's and B's. Most colleges don't care in the first place. And those colleges, they haven't been concerned with how much time it takes on a standardized test. They're concerned about, are you getting a high enough score? Do you compete with extra time or not? Which frankly is what most learning is supposed to be about anyway. Scholarship never is meant to have strict time limits. Here's the solution. SureSight has never asked students for documentation for rewarding extra time. It doesn't need it because students take the time that they need. They complete a test in more than the target time or less if they're able to get through quickly. Their time is noted, and whether a college program cares or not is up to the college. The students are in control, and it's a very precise report too. Number of questions right, amount of time taken, not whether it's under 50% extra time, 100% extra time, but a very precise to the second report. Colleges that care about that statistic have the most meaningful statistic in front of them to evaluate your kids. It is far better than, yes, what I will call the charade, and a really unfair one that's been put on for decades by the College Board. SureSight is a far better solution.